We have crews in position at the headquarters for both Minnesota Democrats and Republicans.
Caroline Cummings will join us from DFL headquarters in just a moment, but first we want to begin with Jonah Kaplan at Republican headquarters in St. Louis Park. Jonah?
You know, Frank, right through these doors, of course, is the big ballroom you're going to see later tonight, and that's where you're going to see the party, the signs. But before that, I want to show you this because it almost kind of looks like the NFL draft. There's so many different candidates, so many important races, and everyone has their own little silo, own little war room. Over here, of course, we have the Matt Burke for Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Scott Jensen for Governor, the pins, the signs everyone's going to be waving later tonight. Over here, you have Ryan Wilson for State Auditor. His rooms are over here. Now look across the way through this atrium here. Kim Crockett for Secretary of State. Downstairs, a whole nother reception area. So there's going to be a lot of kind of moving parts, a lot of different people, a lot of different races, of course, where everyone's going to be watching the polls. And whether it's for the Attorney General's race, the Secretary of State's race, the gubernatorial race, there's so much at stake in this election. We just got done talking with the chair of the Republican Party, and he was saying it's really going to come down to those suburban votes. So much going on. Jennifer Merrily, my colleague, is going to have more in a little bit. But, of course, on the other side, while people here hoping for a big night, the DFL also looking for a big night, and that's where Caroline Cummings. Caroline, maybe not the kind of confidence or maybe just guarded optimism.
Right there, yeah, you hit it on the head there, Jonah. Tonight, DFL candidates are hoping to hold on to the statewide offices that they've held since 2006, and we can expect candidates up and down the ballot to be here at the Intercontinental Hotel in St. Paul. That includes Governor Tim Walz, Attorney General Keith Ellison, both of whom polls would indicate have tough re-election fights ahead of them tonight. And we also heard from volunteers and supporters throughout this weekend. The DFL took their message on tour, and volunteers worked really hard to get out the vote in these crucial last few moments before polls close.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, we've been out knocking doors. Look inside and get the results of door knocking, and they're knocking on doors. We're knocking on doors. I've knocked on doors. We're getting people out to vote. All we can do is work as hard as we can and get our message out.
Now, notably, who will not be here tonight is incumbent Congresswoman Angie Craig. She's rallying with her supporters in district tonight and in Savage, where she will rally with her supporters there and not come to this party. Now, what's at stake for that race? Well, it's one of the most watched, most competitive races in the country for Congress and could determine who controls the U.S. House. Do Republicans take back the reins? That's what they're hoping with their candidate, Republican Tyler Kistner, and it's already shaping up to be one of the most expensive congressional races here, Frank, in Minnesota history.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to follow for sure. All right, Caroline, thank you.